Hey everyone, my name is Josh, and this is the Star Wars Toys YouTube channel. And today we're going to unbox a 6-inch Black Series. This is the Offworld Jawa. So let's go cut this guy loose. Alright everyone, here we are with the Offworld Jawa from the Black Series line. And we're going to unbox this guy today. And before we get that far, I just want to quickly ask you guys, if you're liking the channel, if you like the videos, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have your support here. And let's get back to the Jawa. And so, if you guys follow Black Series or Star Wars toys at all, you know we recently had Triple Force Friday, and this was the Jawa that was released from that line. And so, just for context, none of the things have come out yet when I'm filming this video, whether it's The Mandalorian, the new Star Wars game, Jedi Fallen Order, or Rise of Skywalker yet. So to be completely honest with you, there's a little bit of mystery still around this character, and I cannot tell you which new Star Wars content this character is going to appear in. My guess is that they might appear in The Mandalorian, because when you watch one of the trailers, they do show a Jawa very quickly, briefly from behind. So that's just what I'm guessing, and I don't know for sure. So again, there's a little mystery around this guy, and we're going to unbox him, but let's take a look at the packaging. So this guy is number 96 in the Black Series line. And then, of course, on the back here, we have a brief character description, and I will go ahead and read that for you guys. Offworld Jawa. Ships traveling to and from Tatooine have resulted in some Jawas leaving their desert homeworld. Those that arrive on new planets continue their old habits in their new surroundings, but their obsessive need for technology still drives them. Alright, so they're just describing how some of these guys may have left Tatooine, because as I'm sure most or all Star Wars fans know, these guys are from the planet that Luke was living on as a child, Tatooine, and they appeared in A New Hope. So one of the things I wanted to do a quick side-by-side with you guys, so if you like the more traditional Jawa and the brown outfit, because one of the main differences is this guy's like in a gray robe and he has red eyes. If you do like the more standard Jawa, they did make one. It's actually 61 in the line, and you can see they're very similar and they have the same weapons. They're just in the box a little bit different. But other than the colors, the main difference between the two is the new one, the Offworld Jawa. He actually has cloth robing, but it's not brown. It's like a light gray color. And if you get the more traditional Jawa, he has yellow eyes, and the robing is plastic. So there's a difference between them, but they're very similar. And as you can see, they basically come with the same weapons. They're just in the box different. But I just wanted to show you guys that there are other Jawa options out there in the Black Series, and if that's what you're interested in. But let's get this guy out of here, because I'm kind of curious to get my hands on him here. So, alright, little guy. So there he is, out of the box. And of course you have the two, whoops, I just shot that thing across the room. Okay, so you have two weapons. There is one of them, and we will take a little bit closer look at that in a second. And then, oh, okay. So this one is actually attached to him. So this is interesting. Okay, so he is out of the box. So yeah, this other blaster is actually attached to his weapon belt here, and I'm trying to see if it has any kind of way to remove it, but I do not see that. So All right, so let's, and there you can see he's got a little bit of fraying fabric. I'm gonna just go ahead and clean that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so yeah, one of the big differences you'll notice are, see, he's got red eyes. Very interesting. And I'm trying to see if the hood comes down. It does not. It is in there. It is molded to him. Pretty good. So it maybe not molded, but it feels like it's glued on. So okay, so very cool. What I'm seeing here is there's actually, for this other blaster, there's actually a holster. Very cool. Okay. There you go. So that's how that would look if you do it. But yeah, so as you can see, cloth robing. And I'll be honest with you guys, it does not feel like you can take these ammo belts off. It feels like up here underneath his hood, you can see it's kind of tucked in. It feels like they're glued in. So if you want to like remove the robing or anything, I don't think you're gonna have that option. And to be completely honest with you, he kind of looks like the upper part of him actually is molded with a plastic robe. The sleeve is very similar to the brown Jawa we were just looking at. But then if you look at the lower body, they obviously took it off. So, very interesting. So very cool. And again, so this is the gun on the back. You got a nice little holster for it. Very cool. So let's real quick, I want to run through this guy's articulation because he's going to be a lot different than your normal Black Series because of his size and his design. So just looking at the head, you don't have a lot of movement, and that is because of the hood. So you have a little bit of side to side and a very, very minimal up and down. In fact, I wouldn't even really say he has up and down movement. Then looking at his arms here, there is up and down movement, but it's limited. That's about as high as I'm getting his arm. And then it feels like he has shoulder rotation, but it's a little bit stiff. He's fresh out the box, so he's a little bit stiff. So. Wow. Okay. So one of the things about the cloth robes, like if you were to try to rotate his arm, you're going to get you got to watch you don't start twisting the robe up. But then going down here to his arm, you do have elbow articulation, forward and backwards, and a rotation. But again, watch how you'll start twisting the robe up. And then going down here to his wrist, you have rotation and then forward and up and down from palm to back of the hand. And let's see here. Doesn't feel like he really has any body articulation. Yeah, he does. Okay, so, but it's more down here at his waist. So he's got a little bit of forward, but I'm really bending his legs. So it's really just a rotation. And I don't even think it's a full rotation because you start getting the robe tied up and everything. And then going down to his legs here, you have forward, not so much backwards, a little bit of side to side. You have a rotation on the upper leg. And again, very stiff new figure. So he's making some funny sounds. Then you have knee. And wow, okay, so that's all the knee bend you get because of the way they molded the figure. It's restricting the part that's wrapped around his leg is restricting the movement. And then, oh, come on, there we go. And then looking at his foot, you have forward, backwards, and rotation. But, okay. Very cool. I'm just trying to get his feet the same here. Okay, so, and then the other thing I wanted to look at are his hand sculpts and see if the articulation on the hands is the same. And I gotta be honest with you guys, it kind of looks like, to me, the hand sculpts are almost identical. Sometimes they put a finger out a little bit more on one hand, and it's not so much on these. This one may be out a little bit more, his right hand. So let's see how he interacts with his pistols. So here is the first one that he has, and it's just a gray color, and it's got some like black highlights to it to look used, and I don't see that it does anything. So let's see here. I'm just always interested when they bring out a new character that's different in size or the way they're designed, how they do the articulation. So to get him to hold his gun so it's like pointing forward, you kind of have to just do that. He's not really gonna hold it. One of the things when you try to like move it forward, you start hitting on the back of his sleeve here, and the under sleeve he has is hard plastic, so you're not gonna move it so much. And so that's what he looks like when he's holding it. Just to check and be sure, let's put him, or see if we can get it on both hands. And yeah, he does hold it, but it looks a lot better, and it looks like he's got a much better grip on it when you put it in his right hand here. All right, so then of course we have the gun that we holstered up a little earlier, and we'll take a closer look at that. And I see a lot of people online on Facebook and stuff making replicas of this gun, because it's just like a sawed-off bolt-action rifle, and they weld a little can type thing to the end there. But again, as you can see, so you have a hose or a cable that comes out the back of it, and then it is attached to a little device on his ammo belt. And then right next to that, you have a small black holster that you can do it. And so just out of pure convenience, I'm going to assume that he holds it with this hand. And yeah, they didn't, I don't know, just the way they got him holding these weapons, it's not real natural looking. That's really probably the best pose you're going to get out of him holding it. I'll be honest with you, to get him to where he's going to hold it in a pose where it looks like he's aiming it forward, you're probably going to have to wrestle with this figure quite a bit. It's a little, because it's smaller, so it's a little more stiff, but he does hold them. The guns look good. Just not the best interaction with the figures, but or with the figure, I would say. But all right, so let's go and put that other gun in his hand, and it's just because his arms are so short and they're so stiff, it's hard to get him to really pose naturally with the gun. So all right, so the final thing I want to try to do here with this guy is, oh, he's little. Oh, come on now. I'm just trying to make his robe look good here. Does he stand? And of course, he's so short, he's not very top heavy, but there you go. He does stand on his own. All right, everyone, there he is from the Black Series line, number 96. This is the Offworld Jawa. And if you guys are enjoying the videos and you like the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have your support here. And thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.